After their thrilling discoveries in the ancient tunnels beneath Tunnel Square, the Beatles, Bucky, Dot, Rusty, Zippy, Patch, Tinker and Glow were more determined than ever to restore the secret line, the long-forgotten underground transit network once used by their Beatle ancestors. Armed with the old crinkled Beatle transit map they had recovered from Nowhere Station, and the guidance of the wise old Beatle Mallow, they began their grand mission to reconnect the lost stations. But the tunnels were vast and complicated, filled with forgotten passengerways, collapsed tracks, and hidden corners. That's when they stumbled upon something that would change everything: the shortcut. It was a quiet night at Tunnel Square. The usual crowds of commuters had dwindled, and only a few late-night trams rolled in and out of the tunnels. The rain-soaked streets glistened under the streetlights, and the soft hum of the train lines echoed in the chilly air. Bucky and his team gathered under their usual bench, going over the faded map under the dim glow of Glow's shimmering shell. "According to Marlowe," Bucky whispered, pointing at the winding path of the map, "this tunnel should take us straight to the Grand Central Nest. But if we go the long way, it'll take hours." Rusty sighed. "We can't waste time. If we want to bring back the secret line, we need to find a quicker route." Tinker squinted at the map. There must be another way, something the humans never discovered." Zippy's wings twitched with excitement. "Then let's go exploring." The Beatles skated toward the edge of the platform, where the rainwater had loosened some of the asphalt. They squeezed through a crack in the asphalt and found themselves in a narrow, abandoned maintenance shaft that smelled of rust and mildew. "This place hasn't been used in ages," Dot whispered, looking at the cobwebs hanging from the pipes. Suddenly, Glow's light flickered across an old sign partially covered by dirt. Bucky wiped it clean, revealing faded words: "Express Beetle Road, keep clear." "Express Road?" Patch tilted his head. "What's that?" Tinker's eyes widened in realization. "It must be a shortcut, a direct tunnel for beetles to travel quickly across the city without using the human tram lines." Bucky grinned. "Then we just hit the jackpot." Excited, the Beatles skated further in, following the path. The tunnel twisted and turned, lined with tiny rails barely visible under layers of dust. It was narrow but spacious enough for Beetle travel. "If we clear it up, we could cut our travel time in half," Rusty said, inspecting the old tracks. Zippy zipped ahead and suddenly shouted, "Hey! There is a split in the tunnel!" Following Zippy's call, the Beatles hurried down the passage and discovered a hidden platform, a tiny station carved into the side of the tunnel. Old, rusted signs marked it as "Buck Stop 3, shortcut to Central Terminal." "Buck Stop 3?" Dot blinked in amazement. This was a real station. "This station must have been used by Beatles long ago," Tinker said excitedly, tracing his legs over the old map. "Look! There's even a road leading to the market district." Bucky's eyes sparkled with excitement. We have to restore this place. If we get this shortcut working again, we could reach anywhere in the city faster. The beetles quickly got to work, cleaning away debris, rolling aside old bolts and dried leaves that had collected in the tunnel over the years. Tinker examined the worn rails. They're a little rusty, but with some polishing, they could still work. Glow's light revealed an old sign buried under layers of dust that read, "Express service available. Use with caution." Bucky turned to the team. "We have to be careful. If this tunnel is still connected to other roads, we could end up somewhere unexpected." Patch wiped sweat from his brow. "I'm more worried about who might still be down here." Suddenly, a distant scurrying sound echoed down the tunnel. The beetle froze. "What was that?" Dot whispered, eyes wide. A shadow moved in the dim light, and from the darkness, a group of strange beetles emerged. "Who are you?" Bucky called out bravely. One of the beetles stepped forward. "We are the last keepers of the express line," he said slowly. "And you are the first newcomers we've seen in a very long time." The leader, who introduced himself as Hopper, explained that their group had stayed behind after the other beetles abandoned the transit system. "When the humans expanded their tram network," Hopper said, "they covered up many of our roads, but we refused to leave. We've been keeping an eye on this shortcut, hoping one day someone would come back." "We are here to bring it all back," Zippy said proudly. Hopper studied them carefully, then nodded. "If you are serious, you'll need to prove you can handle the shortcut." He gestured toward an old tram cart, a tiny beetle-sized vehicle that once ran along the express rails. "If you can ride this all the way to the other end without getting lost, the shortcut is yours to use." Bucky grinned. "Challenge accepted." The beetles climbed aboard the small tram cart, gripping the sides tightly as Hopper gave it a push. The cart sped down the rails, bouncing slightly as it zipped through the narrow tunnels. "Hold on tight!" Rusty shouted as they zoomed through shaped turns and steep slopes. The tunnel twisted and curved, but Bucky kept an eye on the old map, calling out directions. The ride was thrilling, but nerve-wracking, with sharp corners and occasional blockages they had to dodge. Finally, after what felt like forever, the cart emerged onto a small platform on their beloved tunnel square. They had done it. Hopper and the other beetles arrived shortly after, clapping their tiny legs in applause. "You've proven yourselves," Hopper said proudly. "The express shortcut belongs to you now." Bucky smiled, shaking Hopper's tiny leg. "We'll take good care of it, and we'll make sure it's used again." As they returned to their usual bench, the beetles felt a newfound sense of purpose. The shortcut would allow them to reach the old station faster, bringing them one step closer to restoring the secret line once and for all. To be continued.